Good afternoon, everybody. A bit of a departure from the heavy science. I'll give you a bit of a brain break. But I'm a project coordinator for what we are calling the Data Carb project. It's more of a development project than a research project. So essentially, the Data Carb project aims to create a platform that standardizes, centralizes, and spatializes data that is relevant to the pome and stone fruit industry in the EGVV area to start, and then maybe further as we go along. At its core, it is a centralized geographic database in the sense that it will store orchard census data and pest data from multiple sources in one single location. All of the orchards will be linked geographically to each data entry and be viewable on a map system. And the database will be an accumulation of the orchard and pest data over time to ensure accuracy, relevance, and significant detail up to orchard level. The motivations of the project were to bridge the information sharing and information ownership gap that can sometimes appear in the industry, to promote data-driven decision-making, to foster collaboration between stakeholders, growers, and researchers, to streamline existing data management processes in the industry, and to remove a prevalence of information and research silos that can sometimes also be present in the industry. So straight to it, to that end, we have a number of goals: to create a comprehensive geographic database, to improve decision-making in the industry through the provision of valuable visual information, to provide a centralized platform for stakeholders or users to access and share information, to make sure that the platform will be scalable and sustainable so that it can be used over time, maybe become a staple in the industry, and to demonstrate the potential benefits of such a data cooperative system to industry stakeholders and growers. So right into it, the Data Carb will be available on a web tool for users. It'll have the following functionality. There'll be a user application and authentication process which will be carefully designed. The data will be viewable at an orchard level from multiple data sources on a map. There will be temporal pest hotspot map layers, pests starting with a fruit fly, eventually Polyphagus shotshole borer, and will go on as time goes on. There'll be selectable roles and permissions for different user needs. This will also help ensure privacy where necessary. Field editing to ensure that the orchards are regularly updated and that the data remains relevant. Data extraction in the long term for extracting data reports. And orchard filtering functions, so you'll be able to filter orchards by certain criteria like cultivar or rootstock, and simple and speedy map navigation. But pictures speak louder than words, so I'm going to show you a video of the prototype, which is like a design mock-up of what the web tool may look like. We've used fake farm names, of course, for privacy, and it is just a prototype. But here you'll be able to see the filter function in action. We've just got a few filters here. Things will obviously improve over time. We'll have things like spray records and so forth. And you can filter those orchards. If there is an orchard that is missing from the database, a user will be able to go into editing mode and add an orchard and fill in that orchard's information, which will update automatically into the system. You can then view a summary of the farm's data and then click on an orchard and view that orchard's data. At the moment, this panel on the right-hand side just shows data from one data set, but over time you'll be able to scroll through multiple data sets that have data relevant to that specific orchard. It's also a good idea for comparing data and seeing how many discrepancies there might be between data sets. What's not in the prototype is the hotspot map layers, which will be viewable over the orchard maps with a time slider, so you can see hotspot migration over time. We are currently still in the development phase, which started in 2022, and we're rounding it off so that for the remainder of 2023, we can further improve the system and complete a web tool for launch. And then at the end of 2024, after decent user feedback and industry feedback, we would like to prepare the tool for a handover. The people that are working on the project, you're already familiar with Matthew Addison, Dr. Prof. Ardian van die Kerk. He's our project advisor from Stellenbosch University and the Center for Geographical Analysis, which is doing the development of the project. Myself and Dr. Gulu Becker, who is our project industry advisor. I hope that I have given you a little bit of curiosity about the project. You'll surely hear more about us in the future. And please feel free to reach out to us at any time. And thank you for your time today.